Hello, friends. I'm Donovan Diaz.
And I'm Logan Ferguson.
And welcome back to another lacrosse game. Today we have the McQueen
Lancers.
and the Spanish Springs Cougars.
Looking at one of the playoff games, I believe.
That is right. And hey, we're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We thought we were done.
Exactly. We thought the last game that we did, that was it McQueen again? Was it McQueen and Spanish Springs?
I thought it was Reno.
It might have been Reno. I'm not sure. But
That's
again, that's how long it was.
Foggy memory, Donovan.
Yeah, that's how long it was. But glad to be here. Hopefully we have some people that recognize us from, like, I don't know, a couple videos ago. So
it's a very windy day today.
Very
Pretty
windy.
Chilly.
As
Both
you can
got our
see,
hoodies on.
big storm. Looks like a big storm coming through.
There's a storm brewing on the horizon.
That is right. Hopefully it's rain, you know.
And not wind.
Desert needs some water. How you been?
I've been just fine, Donovan. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing swell. I'm doing good. It's a Monday. Only got, like, not too many days left of school.
19 days?
Either 19 or 18. I'm not sure.
It's getting down there. Getting into the lower double digits.
Yeah, cutting down the corner. And pretty sure there's some seniors on both teams that are probably getting some of that senioritis, getting ready to leave.
Well, with graduation coming up, what are your plans for after high school, Donovan?
Well, Logan, I'm going to be joining the Armed Services and the United States Marine Corps. What about you?
Well, what a coincidence, as am I. I'm actually signed to ship August 28th this year.
Oh, really? That's great. That's amazing. Did you get your contract all set up?
I did. I'm all set with the job that I want.
Nice.
And now we're just waiting to ship off.
Incredible.
How about yourself?
Still in the process. We're, like, I'd say about 75% way there.
75%, all
So
right.
we're almost there. Hopefully I can get the same shipping date because, you know, it'd be crazy if we were doing boot camp at the same time.
That would be
Wink, wink.
quite the coincidence, wink, wink.
It would be. Well, enough about military. We're here to talk about sports. So,
Yeah, sports. Once again, we're looking at McQueen versus Spanish Springs. We got McQueen Lancers on the left and the Spanish Springs Cougars on the right.
it started a little bit early, so no action yet.
Waiting on the refs and the teams at this moment. I believe we still have to do the coin toss.
Since this is a male game, there is going to be a lot of sticks getting whacked or broken.
That is correct, Donovan. We've seen that males seem to play more
rough. We'll say more rough. So hopefully we'll see a fight or two. I changed my mind. Hopefully not. Hopefully they'll all be okay.
All right, well, with that, we'll get back to you when the game starts.
All right, looks like the game's about to start. So, looks like
Teams
they're
getting ready on the pitch.
Yep.
Just got finished with the amazing national anthem.
That is right. It was good. Brought a tear to my eye, to be honest.
Full of tears.
Full of tears. Let's hope there's no.
No tears shed today on the field.
Yeah. Let's hope there's no angry parents out there tonight. Looks like everybody's going to be respecting the game today.
I'd argue that makes it more interesting.
Well, you know what we always say, Ferguson. Anything can happen.
Looks like they're all lining up.
Looks like they're all getting started. You got your goalies heading over to their
Spanish Springs goalie winning the race. Winning the race to their goal. Oh, it is going to be neck and neck, but Spanish Springs goalie makes it to their goal first.
Looks like they're getting ready. Hope it's a good one. And an interesting match. Let's hope it is interesting.
This match is going to be red hot. All right, we're getting started off. Looks like McQueen gets possession of the ball. Cougars
Already
on top
starting
of
to
it.
swipe the ball.
Cougars steal it. Working way up the field. Number 18 with the ball. Swatted by McQueen.
Looks like McQueen takes possession of the ball.
Getting their way up. Spanish Springs defense on top of it, though.
Number 17 holding possession of the ball. Trying to look for somebody to be open.
2 passes, gets it back in scoring position. McQueen's looking pretty thinned out right now.
Looks like a little bit of a light start.
Looks like McQueen loses possession of the ball. Rolls out of bounds.
You can hear some of the teammates rooting on for their teams.
We love to see this dedicated teamwork.
Oh, looks like the Cougars pushed the Lancer out of the way.
I can already hear some motivated parents, can't you, Donovan?
That is right. Not motivated enough to get off their butts and, start rooting.
It is early.
It is early.
As we say.
That is true.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
All right, number 27 with the Cougars with the ball, looking for any opening to pass. They're running into what seems to be the same problem McQueen had, where they're just thinned out.
Must mean that they both have good defense. It looks like McQueen takes possession of the ball once again.
Passes it up the field. Fumbles the catch. Looks like Spanish Springs will get possession once again. Another tussle for the ball. Whistle blown by the ref.
Not too shabby for, let's say, about the first few minutes.
Plays resuming. Spanish Springs gets possession.
Looks like there might be an opening for a shot. Oh, but McQueen doesn't let it happen.
Oh,
I take
Spanish
that back.
Springs shoots and gets past all of the Lancers defense, making the score 1-0. We got 9 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock.
Not too shabby for the Cougars here.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good start. We always like to start in the lead, right? Whenever you're competing, you want to get the first goal, puts you in pretty good footing.
That is true. It's like number 15 and number 2 starting on center field.
Play's looking to resume. Once again, just over 9 minutes left on the clock in the first quarter.
Ooh, looks like a little bit of a push right there.
Oh,
and
good
gets the ball
save by
saved.
Spanish Springs.
Will it be good for his fellow teammates to save it? And it is.
Spanish Springs working their way back up the field.
McQueen whacking number 18 with their sticks.
Spanish Springs looking pretty thinned out by the Lancers' goal.
Ooh, almost hits the ref there.
Almost hits the ref. Number 27 with the ball. Shoots.
And a miss.
Blocked by the Lancers goalie and recovered by Lancers. But Spanish Springs gets it back.
Good recovery. Let's see if they can make a score.
And shoot and just missed the goal by a little bit. Ball goes out of play.
Yeah, that ref ever move out the way. Looks like a hot spot for a lot of tussling.
Ref was definitely in the middle of all that heat there, wasn't he, Donovan?
Yeah, indeed. Looks like number 22 is going to try and pass it.
Oh, just over number 7's head. Once
like
again, out of the field.
That push from McQueen ended up messing him up.
Play resumes. 8 minutes left on the clock. Once again, out of the field. Lancers got the ball, looking to get any opportunity to score. With the Cougars in the lead, the pressure is really on in the first quarter.
That's right. Looks like McQueen might have a shot to get a point. Number 19 with possession of the ball. Oh, and he misses it.
Just misses the pass.
And it looks like one of the Cougars took possession of the ball. Game still goes. And it is a goal.
It's a goal by Spanish Springs, increasing their lead to 2-0.
That little slip up ended up costing them.
Looking at 7 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock.
Doesn't look like McQueen has their game faces on quite yet.
I'm sure their coach will motivate them to play. To
Lots of running and push-ups right after the game, I'll tell you that.
That's how our coach would do it.
We have a coach.
Coach Lieutenant Colonel Wales, of course.
Yeah, that's another time for another story. Anyway, game is starting right off the bat.
Starting back up. Just 7 minutes left on the clock.
Or 15 with possession of the ball. Blitzing through McQueen.
Passes to number 17.
Good passing.
Very good teamwork by the Cougars tonight.
Ooh, tried to go for a little trick shot there.
Little trick shot.
360 no scope. Did not work.
Number 4 stops the ball from going out of play. Passes to number 1. Ooh.
A little bit of a mix-up there.
Oh,
misses
goes for the shot. Misses just in the upper right. The
3 Lancers on him, ended up messing him up. Did not do too good for him. Number 22 with possession of the ball. Trying to get through, maybe make a goal. And it is good. Point for Spanish Springs.
Increases the lead 3-0. Pressure is really getting put on the Lancers tonight.
That is right. Better step it up. There's no time to dilly-dally. Like they're starting back up again. Not seeing too much action out there. No fights. No fights yet.
But anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Ref standing in the way. Please move. Looks like Spanish Springs got possession of the ball.
Working their way up the field at lightning speed. Number 27 going for a shot.
Misses. Number 17 trying to grab it. Oh, a little bit of a tussle there for the ball. Oh, looks like McQueen tripped while trying to grab the ball. And is now Cougars' possession.
Play resumes. Spanish Springs has possession.
Number 22 trying to break ankles over here.
Number 7 passes to number 12, sorry. They are working their way around this goalpost. Oh. Looks like a little slip up from Spanish Springs, but they recover it.
Doesn't have much too much time to shoot now. Trying to break ankles over here. Did it work? Ooh, almost.
Just off the side. Cougars tried to stop the ball from going out of play, but just missed it. We've just passed the 5-minute mark left in the first quarter. Cougars up 3-0.
Not looking too hot for the Lancers here. Queen gets possession of the ball, but can they bring it to the goal? Well, it looks like Cougars trying to block it.
Cougars doing everything they can to stop the Lancers.
Ended up working.
Lancers recover the ball. Whoa.
Bit of a tussle there. Good help from
a little bit of a schwack.
One of the teammates. Oh, they're just hitting him.
Oh, ball flies. Whoa.
And goes for a dive.
For
real
style points.
Cinematic action right there.
Style points right there.
Queen with possession of the ball. Trying to find an opening for a goal. The Cougars' defense is really working.
Yeah, the Cougars are really showing how well their teamwork has been working.
Oh, ball slip. Ooh, good passing. Passing is not going to get us a goal.
And Queen's looking for that opening just to get a chance to shoot.
And misses.
Misses the goal by just a hair.
Yeah, Cougars
ball
defense
goes out of play.
Locked in. They're not letting anything get by. Oh, a little bit of a tussle right there for the ball. Cougars end up taking possession. Almost. And it's out. Queen's going to attempt again. Try and get a goal.
Working their way up to the goal post. Spanish Springs defense is on top of it tonight.
It is right. That's right. Not a goal. Oh, Cougars grab the ball. Now McQueen's defense better lock in. Otherwise, things are going to get real hectic.
Cougars already have gained a pretty good lead on the Lancers. Looking to increase it further with just 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, they're really pushing through.
Oh.
Tries to go for another trick shot, but
blocked by the Lancers goalie. I mean, if he hits one of those.
Yeah, hey, you'd have all the ladies trying to get your number. That's what I'd be saying. Oh, you can hear
Oh,
some parents
there's-
out there.
Love.
Pipe down, he says.
We'd love to hear some motivated parents in the stands.
Just
'Cause
looking out
they're
for
the
their
ones
kids.
who makes it all happen.
Trust me, if I had a kid out there, I'd be doing the same thing. Of course, I'd probably get a little too hectic and probably get kicked out.
Whoa.
Well, that one went out of here.
Oh, where did that one go? I might have to go fetch that later.
Oh, no need. It ended up coming here in the press box.
Oh, wonderful.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Must have been caught by some wind there.
That's right. It is windy out there.
Super windy.
Queen gets possession of the ball, but ends up dropping it.
It's going to be a little tussle for possession. Oh, in the air. Who's going to get possession?
Oh, McQueen rises out.
Rising up. Attempts to pass. Cougars get possession.
Tries to catch it, but almost is,
Little fumble, little fumble. Oh.
almost had it. Butterfingers happens to everybody.
Indeed, they do.
Looks like Lancers got possession of the ball.
We're nearing 1 minute left on the clock. Once again, Cougars in the lead 3-0. As I'm sure you can hear from the parents in the stands, the Lancers really got to lock in.
That is right. Their offense not doing too hot because their defense is getting outplayed by the Cougars.
Cougars working their way back up the field. Lightning pace. Oh, pass failed. What is...
Oh, McQueen ends up taking possession of the ball.
30 seconds left on the clock. Will the Lancers get the goal?
Best to make a move now.
$20.
Running out of time, but hey, there's always second quarter.
And as we always say,
Anything can happen.
Spanish Springs on it. 5
Defense
seconds
is really
left.
going on him.
The parents are starting to get crazy in the stands. We love to see it.
Right, defense is
All right.
making sure they didn't go
And
anywhere.
that's time.
Heading into the second quarter.
Into the second quarter, Cougars have the lead 3-0.
That's right. Their defense cracked. Pretty much
I must say.
an indestructible wall, if you say.
What was that?
Indestructible wall.
Indestructible wall.
So I think the Lancers are going to try and change up a strike
They
here.
might try the one brought up in one of our first streams.
Tush push. I love it.
Will that end in a foul? Only time will tell.
That is right. That is right. You know, maybe it's because like half the team's also wearing sweatpants. If you look at the Cougars, they are wearing all shorts. So maybe they got more mobility. But, you know, I'm just making a
I would make
hypothetical guess here.
more mobility.
Educated guess, if you will say, yeah.
More mobility, I see.
Maybe their shorts are in the washing machine. Who knows?
Maybe because the Cougars are so cold, they're moving more to warm up. And because they're moving more to warm up, they end up playing better.
It's not a bad guess. It's not a bad guess at all. Time almost rounding up. Looks like they're all ready to go, especially the Cougars.
I'm sure ready to go.
Might have 3 points. Queen could take it all. They could have just had a good quarter for this one. In the second quarter, they could be completely wiped. But hey, we don't know that.
Because anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Unless, of course, you can build a time machine and go to the future and tell me what happens. But I mean, we all know you can't do that.
Says who?
I mean, if you can, try and
The
keep your mouth shut. You don't want government coming after
The
you.
government is going to stop me.
We don't want the government coming after us.
I'm sure.
Not us. I meant you.
Whoa.
You're the one that knows how to build a time machine. I'm just the one that films the games here and commentates. I don't know anything. I don't know you.
Who are you?
Exactly.
Nice to meet you. I'm Logan.
I'm Donovan. Nice to meet you. Coming back up on center field.
Once again, Cougars in the lead 3-0. Starting the second quarter.
It looks like Spanish Springs takes possession of the ball once more. Some smooth passing here. Looks like McQueen's trying to whack him.
Cougars offense is fired up right now. It must be so they can stay warm.
Looks like a little bit of a struggle. McQueen's defense is doing a little better.
Ooh.
Ends
almost
up not
broke their
working.
ankles.
But ends up missing the shot. So, gives them a second chance.
Cougars once again looking for an opening to increase the gap they have on the Lancers.
Oh, missed the goal right there. Can hear some coaches down there screaming at their players. Looks like he's trying to find a way in. Does not work.
Oh.
He is missing. And a little bit of a fall
on
there.
the ground.
Stood there. Stood on the ground there for a little too long there. Don't know why.
You know what I call that, Donovan?
What's that, Logan?
I call that a fear tactic.
Fear tactic. Don't see that a lot in lacrosse.
I call that a fear tactic.
No, what I do see ankles being broken here. McQueen cannot handle the offense that number 22 is putting out.
Shoots, just misses the goal by a hair.
Got all the footwork, but you can't shoot a goal. Looks like the ball went out of bounds right there.
My co-host has just gotten grilled by one of the players' moms for making an incorrect criticism. Is there anything you have to say, Donovan?
I apologize. Hopefully he can. He's a good kid. Don't know him. I'm pretty sure he's a good kid. Might want to shake his hand after the game.
I'll make sure that happens, Donovan.
Freshman.
I was gonna.
Looks like 22's doing really good. Getting McQueen off of his back. And it looks like the Lancers or
Cougars?
Cougars. Lancers.
Oh, Lancers.
Back to Cougars.
Cougars?
Oh, a little bit of a tussle there. Back and forth. Flip a coin. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What you going to do?
Catch a tiger by the toe, Donovan. That's what I'm going to do.
If McQueen hollers, let him go. McQueen pushing through the Cougars' defense.
The Lancers looking for another opening, but
Cougars' defense is pretty strong here.
pretty on top of it.
Cannot let anything slip up. They're still in the lead. But again, anything can happen.
Ball goes out of play. Just under 9 minutes left on the clock in the second quarter. Still looking at a 3-0 lead by Spanish Springs.
Yeah, offense and defense, I think teams are both doing pretty good. They all got like one speedster on their team, and that's pretty much like their trump card.
If you would please enlighten me as to who the speedsters are for each of the teams.
Well, I'd say number 2 would be one of the speedsters for sure because, I mean, he blitzed through the Cougars' defense. And then you got number 22. Oh, he took him out.
I'd have to agree, Donovan. They are pretty fast.
They are. Oh, which one is faster?
They should have a race afterward.
Nah, they'll probably be too tired. Looks like McQueen. I think they actually ended up making a goal. Or wait, that might have been Cougars. My mistake, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see any. I don't hear any whistle blows.
It doesn't look like anyone made a goal, Donovan. I don't know what game you're watching.
The one where the Cougars made the shot.
Cougars just made the shot as a. All right.
Good for them.
Parents going crazy. Cougars have increased their lead 4-0 with 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
Queen needs to kind of step it up. They're not doing too hot. Maybe they'll call a timeout. Not sure. I can tell you, they're doing really good in the weather. We're in a press box where it's nice and warm.
It's pretty toasty in here, Donovan. I will have to agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely wouldn't want to be out there. Got another guy recording down there. He probably does not. He probably wants to be up here. Game starts with Cougars having possession of the ball. Number 15.
Working his way up the field. Lancers on top of it with their defense right now.
Number 17 holds the ball, passes it to one of his teammates, trying to get through, and it is
shoots and it
good.
is good.
Now leading 5-0.
Cougars have been on fire today.
They are,
haven't they?
I think they might want a little mindset check.
The Cougars?
No, Lancers. Oh, and we got some music playing. I don't know if you can hear it, ladies and gentlemen, but it makes me want a tango.
I must agree. What do you think? What are they saying, Donovan? I don't speak this language.
No clue. I just love the vibe. Looks like the music's over, but going back to the game, like Cougars take possession of the ball once more. Queen's defense doing a little better than it was before. But will it be good enough to keep a point away from the Cougars?
If the Cougars get another goal, that keeps them on pace for 3 a quarter.
It might be a little bit of a struggle to come back from that for the Lancers.
Shoots and barely misses the goal. Parents starting to get hyped up. Love to see it.
Looks like Lancers, good pass, but ends up having the ball dropped.
Little
Saved by number 16. A little bit of a tussle there.
Oh, Cougars defense on top of it. Swatting the ball out. Another tussle for the ball.
Oh, somebody fell. Number 33. Ooh.
Goalie saves that 10th.
Good skills by the Cougars goalie. You would have thought that would have made it in.
Getting back to the game.
Number 17
at the goal.
Good goal.
Looks like they made it in.
Lancers are not doing too hot.
Scores a staggering 6-0 with the Cougars in the lead. They've just been on top of it this game, getting 3 points in both the first and the second half.
That is right. Kind of seems a little unfair if you look at it.
How could it seem unfair?
I don't know. Just Spanish Springs has had a pretty good win record. back on the center field. The
Players
game starting.
is-
Cougars take possession of the ball once more. Looks like Lancers defense pushing them out.
We're halfway through the second quarter.
Looks like McQueen's defense is not doing too good. They're
Ooh.
not all over the place. Looks like a little bit of a tussle there.
Whistle call by ref. We've just passed the 6-minute mark. Once again, Cougars 6 in the lead.
Looks like McQueen's trying to do some good defense
Ooh,
and ends
on
up
his
falling.
butt.
You can
And
you can hear the Cougars.
rioting.
They're all going, ooh, ooh. Trust me, I would have had my hand on my mouth for that one. What am I? Ouch.
That was indeed a shocker, Donovan.
Hopefully he's not thinking about that for the rest of the game.
It's important. Whenever you mess up, you just accept that it happened and you continue moving forward.
That is right. That is right. You have no time for mistakes, especially in a time like this.
No time to dwell on mistakes, I would add.
Right.
Cougars score again. Golly. What a lead being set right now.
It is 0, and it's almost done with second quarter. McQueen has not scored a single point yet.
Indeed, they might need to, if they want a chance to close this game out, they might need to lock in.
That's right.
It's a chance this could turn to a running clock.
Need some kind of motivational speech. No, David Goggins, where you at? Lancers need
Commander
it.
Erwin.
Ooh, a little bit of a tussle there from number 3 and number 2.
Hey, Donovan,
What is it, Logan?
do you think if I start yelling motivational quotes at them, they'll start playing better?
Well, I don't know if they can hear you from up here, Logan, but
Oh, nuts. Well, yes, it's worth an attempt.
it is worth an attempt. Looks like Cougars trying to get a goal. Oh, looks like a little bit of a tussle there. Oh, nuts. Looks like a... Oh, nuts. Somebody
nuts.
fell.
Cougar on his butt. Got back up very quick, though.
Lancers with possession of the ball. With 3
Ooh.
people from Spanish Springs.
Sprinting up the field, 2 Cougars on his behind.
Better make a score now before the defense starts showing up.
Getting close to 4 minutes left on the clock. Lancers looking for an opening.
Looks like he was taking a jab with him. Like they're sword fighting right now. Oh, looks like
Cougars
Cougars
got possession, working their way back up the field.
trying oh so dearly hard to try and get another score.
Shoots, blocks by the Lancer goalie.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't see that
Oh,
one right
nuts. I
there.
didn't
Looks like
see
he threw
that.
it behind the back. Oh, man.
what a shot. That was nuts, wasn't it, Donovan?
That's a trick shot to get all the ladies' numbers.
Cougars increased their lead 8-0 with just over 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
Pretty nifty one. Pretty nifty. Oh, this got me on a little bit of the edge of my seat here. Getting kind of interesting now.
I must say, I'm very excited to see how this game continues.
Me too, me too. Looks like the parents are on the edge of their seat as well. Starting off, Cougars could get possession of the ball, and they do. Looks like McQueen says, nope, that's not going to happen.
Oh, Spanish Springs fighting for possession of the ball. They get it up.
Cougars could make a shot here.
Shoots and
And it is.
scores. Golly.
That was a good score right there. Queens defense is not doing too good as it was before.
Yeah, the Cougars are getting a lead that is just absolutely nuts. It is just crazy, going 9-0 with 3 minutes left
It
in the
is
second
crazy.
quarter.
That is crazy. Game starting back up again. Time is moving by fast in this game, just like life. Don't have enough of it.
Must say, my senior year went by in the blink of an eye. But now I
Literally.
can't wait to get started. It's my adult life.
I'm not. Make me be a kid again. Matter of fact, make me go back to a toddler.
Whoa.
You know, I don't even want to worry about my life. I just want to worry about playing with toys and eating my boogers. So,
That's pretty out of pocket, Donovan.
what do you think toddlers did?
I don't know.
Not eat boogers? We all did as a kid.
If you say so, Donovan.
Looks like a miss.
Oh,
Cougars.
nuts. Just barely missed the goal.
Game starting back up again. Cougars have the ball. The Queens defense, they don't look like they're defending the goal. It looks pretty empty over there.
Cougars working their way up the field.
Looks like the ref called the whistle. Looks like it'll be McQueen's possession this time. Number 19 holding the ball. Blitzing through the Cougars defense, but it wasn't good enough.
Spanish Springs gains possession of the ball and is again looking to shoot
Misses.
just on the right side of the goal. Ball goes out of play.
Looks like they're getting ready to start up again. Cougars swipe the ball. Oh, Queens defense ain't there. Defense.
Cougars looking to get possession again, as they do. A lot of screaming coming from the stands. Golly.
Looks like some of the coaches are a little bit upset.
I'd say they're going nuts, Donovan.
That's right, they are going nuts, Ferguson. Looks like the game's starting back up again with Cougars holding possession.
Slowing down a little bit. 1 minute left on the clock. Ooh, a little bit of a tussle for possession. What is happening? Spanish Springs gets possession. Number 1, working their way around the goal. Goes to shoot.
Misses.
Just misses.
And just
Straight back to Spanish Springs.
I guess the Lancers just gave the Cougars a free pass.
Another shot missed by Spanish Springs, but they're still sitting pretty with 0-9.
About 45 seconds on the clock.
Just under a minute. Things are not looking too good for the Lancers going into the second half. But as we always say, anything can happen.
It's like the Lancers, they're trying to pass it to an open teammate. Cougars
They're
are not letting that happen.
They're running out of time. They have just passed the 30-second mark, coming in on the 22nd. They got to get their way back up the field and score if they want to.
That's right. Better think of something fast.
Spanish Springs back on their side of the field, shoots and scores.
Once again.
Just a lead that is just absolutely nuts. I don't know what else to say. It is an incredible feat to Good 10-0 into the second half.
That's crazy.
We're looking at just over 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Incredible lead by Spanish Springs.
Oh, looks like the people in there might be smack talking. We don't know.
Love the spirit of competition.
Gotta love it.
As long as it's respectful, of course.
Oh, we're kidding. This is lacrosse. They probably got beef with each other.
Oh,
Just like that.
flag by the ref. Crowd is going crazy. We have 2 seconds left in the quarter.
It's like a little bit of the argument from the little push that we got. It's like one of McQueen's players ended up pushing one of the Cougars.
We're hearing a lot of screaming. Are they going to call the quarter, or are they just going to resume play?
There's only like 2 seconds left, so.
Just 2 seconds left. If they could get a goal off, that would be...
That'd have to be crazy fast.
It'd be nuts if they pulled that off.
It would be. It would be.
All right, and they just called the second quarter, going into the third.
Little overlook here. Cougars are at 10 points. McQueen. Zip.
Their lead is really nuts, isn't it, Fontes? We have another chatter in.
It is. It is really nuts, isn't it?
I haven't seen a lead quite like this in quite a while, have we, Donovan?
No, we haven't.
All right, as halftime gets started, we're going to leave you guys until play resumes. We'll see you all in a bit.
That's right. Grab some snacks.
Maybe get a bag of nuts.
No, cashews, almonds. You know the deal.
Trail mix.
If you're watching the stream and you're actually here at the game, what are you doing? All right, you're like right there. There's no snack bar open, sadly. But we'll get back to you. Well, it looks like we're still at halftime, but if anybody wants to ask some questions, please ask away. If there's anybody, unless I'm just talking to a screen.
We're open to chat. Chat box is open.
We had a huge questionnaire the last time we did this, you know.
Made it very entertaining for us, at least.
Favorite game, favorite movie. We had a lot of them. That's right. Let's go, Spanish Springs.
Love to see the home teams competing. Oh, my favorite type of nut.
Me personally, I like almonds.
I like a good almond. I like
Almonds
a good
are
almond
good.
on
Like
it.
chocolate-covered almonds, delicious.
Almonds are hard to beat.
That has to be my favorite type of nut. Who did we play for?
Who did we play for? Could you elaborate on the who do we play for? Cashews, I believe, are overrated. Macadamia nuts, not my favorite. A good hazelnut, pretty good.
Good hazelnut.
Good hazelnuts. You got walnuts in the game, too.
Yeah. Good source of protein, too.
Good.
Not gonna lie, I have a whole bag of nuts just in my pantry.
Yeah, peanuts are hard to beat, too. I named my cat after them for a reason.
I don't know about peanuts.
But
If you're asking if we played lacrosse,
we have not.
we have not.
We have not played lacrosse.
But if you're asking what game we streamed last, you'd have to go back
You'd have to
like
go back.
a while. If that answers your question. I'm sorry if we couldn't. Playing some classics out here for halftime. We do a little jam.
Got a few people jamming while we're waiting for the game to resume.
That is right. Any other questions we can gladly ask away. Looks like we are not the only one that's streaming the game tonight. Looks like there is a parent out there that's got their phone and their little tripod
So
out.
we are actually seniors at Spanish Springs.
Yes, this is our last year. We were actually called in last minute
Yeah,
for this. The last game that we did was originally supposed to be done, and then
this ended up being our last game.
yeah, our great savior, Mr. Juan Villegas, told us if we wanted to do one more. Which again, at this point, anything can happen. Like we always say,
Of course, anything
another
can
lacrosse game could show up, and we could just be there to go and commentate. Isaiah Fontes.
Come off the. I'm gonna let you try to pronounce this, Donovan.
Oh boy, that's a very descriptive treat. I don't know how to say that. I'm genuinely confused on that one. Must be a very special type of nut.
All right, I'm gonna take a crack at it. The brachy, it's either a chitin or a chitin popolneus.
Popolneus.
Are you trying to enchant me, Isaiah? Did I
I think
just
he's trying to
summon
cast a
something?
spell on you.
I think I just summoned something.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
If suddenly during the third quarter I start talking about eating mice, that would be a pretty good sign that I'm possessed, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Pretty random. Oh, looks like the jam just stopped.
All right, James says stop. We got 2 minutes until the game resumes.
Oh. It's like the game's starting up with just about 2 minutes left. They're going to start the game back up.
Do you think they're going to go to running clock, Donovan, or do you think they're going to keep playing it normally and hope that the Lancers can catch up?
Well, they got 2 quarters to do so. I mean, hey, the Cougars ended up making 10 points in 2 quarters, so maybe the Lancers can do the same thing.
Maybe they switch from sweatpants to shorts, they'll have a better chance. So as we were saying,
Maybe they don't have shorts. Like I said, they could just be stuck in the washing machine for all we know. I mean, there's some players out there in shorts.
there's some, and I bet that's why they've been off and on versus.
But it's also cold. I wouldn't blame them. I would wear sweatpants too.
I would want to wear sweatpants as well. But if it comes at this much of a performance debuff,
Pants are coming straight off.
your pants are coming off, Donovan.
Well, I mean, if you got shorts under them. I mean, I'm not saying don't take your pants off if you don't got anything under there. That's what I'm saying.
You're not saying to don't take your pants off. So you're double negative. 40 seconds left until play resumes for the third quarter.
Let's see if the Lancers can make a comeback.
We're looking at a score of 10-0. Spanish Springs in the lead. You can hear the Lancer pride coming through the
Let's hope that Lancer pride doesn't die.
blue and gray all the way.
Blue and gray, huh? Rooting for Lancers?
I was just finishing your motivational chant, Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping to continue this good game for another 2 quarters. We get the bugle of hope to start the third quarter.
Best dessert. That's a good one. I'll start with you. What's your best dessert?
My best dessert? You know, ice cream's a tough competitor, but you know what pairs really well with ice cream, Donovan?
What?
Root beer. I'm going to have to go with the good old RBF, the root beer float.
Nice. Me personally, I like a good old s'more.
Good old s'more.
S'mores are good.
Cannot disagree. That is, again, a very good pick. I'd say round 1 for sure. Definitely top 5. Nostalgic.
And it looks like, just like a s'more, Cougars squished the goal. Another point for the Cougars.
Cougars increase their lead once again. We're looking at 11-0.
I guess that Lancer pride did die. I mean, I'm not saying anything.
Because anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Just like when you're roasting a marshmallow to make a s'more, it can light on fire or it can not cook at all. Typically, the former, though.
I think he lost track of his words here. Back at it with Cougars possession with the ball.
Just got a question in. Favorite brand of 4x6-inch picture frame? Ooh, that's a tough it's a tough field.
Like me a nice, good old wooden frame. You know those wooden frames that like?
Well, that's not a brand. That is a material.
Not really no brain. Cougars throw the ball out of bounds. I don't know, but I'll tell you a good place to go get frames. Michael's.
Michael's does have some very good picture frames.
Michael's got the heat.
I don't believe I'm educated enough to make a decision.
A little bit of a tumble there.
I like the ones that my mom buys. That is my go-to picture frame, must say.
Cougars with possession of the ball. Don't know where he was throwing that, but I guess it was thrown out of bounds.
Well, I guess you just said where he was throwing it.
All right, looks like Lancers take possession of the ball. Ends up trying to take him out. Another goal by Spanish Springs.
increasing the lead 12-0.
Ref better do something.
Oh, music resumed for just a second.
Got jiggy a little bit.
You know, I've been looking at your headset for a second, Donovan, and it was puzzling me as to why your microphone was on the wrong side, the wrong
Why
earpiece.
is that?
If you would please check that your headset is not on backwards. Sorry for these muffled noises.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like there was an issue with me putting my headset on back.
Favorite Campbell canned. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Our favorite Campbell canned soup. You know, I love me a good chicken noodle. I think that's a good go-to soup when you're sick, but you can't.
But you can't beat a good canned soup of tomato soup.
Tomato soup is another good competitor. You can mix it with sandwiches. It makes the sandwiches just that much better. It's good in the winter, good in,
Grilled cheese.
arguably good in the summer.
Tomato soup.
Amazing with grilled cheese.
Set. I am set.
Me personally, I like my soup to have some chew. You also got your Olive Garden chicken and gnocchi soup.
It's true. It looks like a timeout. That is. That is true. Hey.
Our announcers are getting yelled at by
Hey, good for her.
upset fans. Standing up. They do take a timeout.
That is true. Good.
Just
Good for her.
Just over 9 minutes left. Cougars up 12-0. Alfalfa market has to switch from corn to alfalfa as the primary ingredient in cattle feed. No. I don't have any comments.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Favorite musical artist.
Favorite musical artist.
You know me. I'm a rap guy. I like me some Lil Darky, some Aaron May.
I like to go with the classics. Me personally, I will listen to Bruno Mars till the day I die.
Bruno Mars.
He will always, not all the time, but mostly make a banger.
Not all the time.
Like the one song with Lady Gaga, "Die with a Smile." Ever since it released, I've been having it on my earbuds nonstop.
I can confirm that this has been happening with all of my soul.
And his Silk Sonic album, it's pretty good. Waiting for our next one. So like me a little bit of Gorillaz too.
Speaking of gorillas, who do you think would win in a fight? One gorilla or 100 men?
I'm not sure about that.
I think that
It would be a good thing to commentate, I'll tell you that much.
I would love if any of you are setting up a fight between one gorilla and 100 men, we would love to commentate.
And it looks like Cougars took that
scored
score.
again, as the humans would take against the.
I don't think a gorilla could pull that off, Ferg.
I don't think. I think 100 men, just like the 100 men in the fight. Looks like they've decided to go to a running clock. Can't really blame them. The score is 13-0.
Yeah, everybody wants to get home. We got school tomorrow.
I am not too familiar with the corn industry, but I do know that the effect of ethanol and gasoline has affected gas prices, specifically in Florida, at a certain Buc-ee's.
Gotta love Buc-ee's.
Near Daytona Beach. If you decide to buy gasoline without ethanol, you would have to pay a little bit more, but I think the corn industry has benefited highly.
Speaking of gas, looks like the The Lancers are putting on the gas pedal towards the goal, but it looks like they're getting stopped by the Cougars, and it looks like a big mosh pit in there with the ref blowing the whistle. Looks like Cougars take possession of the ball. Oh,
Cougars looking to increase their lead even further.
doesn't look like the Lancers defense isn't looking too good right now.
It's kind of nuts when you think about just how many goals the Cougars have gotten.
It is.
And how little time.
Number 18 trying to figure out who to pass it to.
Buc-ee's does sell a variety of nuts. That is correct. I myself bought some candied almonds when I went there myself. They were, might I say, absolutely tasty. Quite delectable.
Looks like the ball passes through.
There's a tussle for possession.
Looks like Lancers got it.
Going up the field. Looks
They have an
pretty
opportunity
empty.
to make a shot right here. They just got to hurry before the defense on Spanish Springs ends up showing up. It looks like they could be too late.
Oh, Lancers fumble the pass. Will it be recovered? Or will Spanish Springs get it?
Can they make a score?
Are they going to shoot?
And they
Oh!
made it.
The
Oh,
Lancers.
nuts.
The Lancers do score, making it 13-1.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Is this the start of a comeback?
It could be. It could be. If they can make consecutive shots for the next 5 minutes, I think they'll be good. No, I'm not a nerd on automobiles.
I myself am not a self-defined car guy.
All I know is cargo's room.
Cargo's room. And
Just like how the Cougars are putting the pedal to the metal towards the goal point, but the Lancers are not letting them have it.
W segue there, Donovan, I must say.
Looks like Lancers defense. I guess after getting that score, they got a little bit of a morale boost because they seem to be doing pretty good.
Ooh, bounces off the rim. The rim? Looks like there's a little bit of a fight for the ball. Lancers get it going in their direction.
Could they make another score?
Could they decrease this gap? Oh,
Could be
Cougars
possible.
defense swarming them.
They saw him get one score, and they said, nope, we're not letting that happen. Not again.
Inching closer to the 4-minute mark in the third quarter.
Could he make it? Oh, and a subtle miss. Cougars defense really pushing the Lancers back. Now, could they could have another run at this. They just got to be quick about it.
Lancers looking for an opening. Trying to score again, keep the pressure on.
Looks like that opening could work. Maybe, maybe not.
Trying to force an opening right now. Looks like Cougars will get possession.
But the Lancers could take it back. Their defense is strong enough. Oh, he didn't even realize he had the ball. Or he didn't have the ball. Cougars take the ball back up, but it's out of bounds. Yeah, I could tell after that one score that the Lancers made, you could see a little bit of a boost.
You can really say the Lancers have set their heart ablaze.
I love that Demon Slayer reference right there.
The fire of competition flowing through their veins.
That is true.
They don't need the sweatpants to keep them warm anymore. So as Donovan said earlier, drop them.
We're not dropping no pants here, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't dropping no pants. Looks like Cougars are trying to take out one of the Lancers. Ball drops. McQueen or Spanish Springs.
Or Lancers. Oh, Cougars. Lancers. Cougar.
Whistle blows.
The ref actually gets possession.
Holds the ball for like 5 seconds. and then gives it to one of the players.
We're nearing 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Scores 13-1 with Cougars in the lead.
Queens doing a little better. Still, they need the points. As much I would love to answer that question, Mr. Isaiah Fontes, I don't think we are allowed to answer any political things.
Of course, we do have to stay neutral.
That is true.
A good middle ground. I would like to say my opinion is. It just is. My opinion is.
That is right. I'm going to let you answer that one. You seem to be more of an animal person than I am.
I do.
And almost an animal shot right there.
I would say 0%, and the only thing that would affect it is how rusted is the lock and how big is the crab.
Looks like Cougars took the ball.
Talking about breaking locks, the Cougars are breaking through the lock that the Lancers defense has been setting for the duration of this quarter. I guess you could call the Lancers a crab, the way they be clawing their way back from certain defeat.
I guess.
Was that a bar, Donovan?
Sure. We'll call it up.
30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Looks like Lancers got the ball once again. Could they make another score? Cougars are not letting them. They're saying no.
Oh, a little bit of a tussle for possession. Cougars get possession and work their way back up the field.
And it looks like it's an open score for them.
Open goal. Will they score? And indeed they do.
It's like the Cougars are the one that are clawing.
The crowd is going absolutely nuts right now. After the Cougars' 14th point.
Parents don't need coffee. They just need their kid to score a goal, and then they're all like, yeah.
Relatable. Going into the fourth quarter, we're looking at a score of 14-1. Cougars in the lead. You know, as much as I love these complicated questions, I do also have to say this is not an AP test. I've done my time answering my LEQs, FRQs.
FAQs?
Donovan here has never taken an AP test. He's never heard these letters in his life.
Yeah. Who's President Lincoln?
I'm
kidding, ladies and gentlemen. I know who President Lincoln is.
I will have to ask you some more simple-minded questions for the young folk here.
He's calling me stupid, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean no offense to it. I don't know who shook whose hand on what specific date and what time. I'm not bothered by it.
How big does Apple, Donovan?
How big does Apple?
I'd say 2 meters. Or if you're getting technical, 6 feet. Give or take.
It's a pretty big apple. Are you asking me like the actual size of an apple or?
Well, how big does Apple?
Let's see here.
Depends on the radius of the tree.
Depends on how good, how well taken care of the apple was.
If the apple was cared for, it might come out a little more red, which would make it a little bigger, I would argue.
Looks like the game's starting back up on center field.
Hort. Going into the fourth quarter once again, the Cougars have a lead, 14-1. Absolutely nuts.
See if they can. Let's see if the Lancers can come back. I think it's possible. They just really can't be messing around. Ends up missing.
Goes just over the goal. We're still looking at a running clock, though.
Oh, looks like there's a bit of an argument with the ref and the coach for Spanish Springs.
Looks like there's some switches happening.
Game is back in play.
Cougars get possession. Oh, they lose it.
Looks like Lancer.
Oh,
almost. Lancers
what is
grabbed the
happening
ball.
right now? Oh,
Oh, looks like a little bit of an injury. 2. I saw
What
like 3
was
people
that?
fall. Hope he wasn't trying to fake an injury. That would have not been good.
I wonder what that was. Lancers goal. Lancers score though, making the score 2-14.
Maybe they'll get a bigger morale boost from that goal.
I'm very curious to what happened right there.
I am too. It looked like he was holding his knee.
I saw 3 people drop to their face.
I know. Maybe it was that magic spell that you said. Maybe it played
Was
into
that
action.
the incantation?
Anyways, we
Alright.
got number 22 and number 27.
While we're waiting for a play to kick off, we got another question. Where does Bird fly? My answer would be south.
I say west.
West? They were teasing McQueen. That's what our chat says. I could see that happening. I would like to think that our players are,
Hopefully they don't get,
don't get too cocky.
yeah, you do that. Queen could come back with like a really good score at the end of the game.
As we always say, anything can happen.
Gotcha. Looks like Cougars are trying to find a spot to reach a goal.
Might be trying to run the clock down.
And looks like the Lancers crowded him. Making sure that doesn't happen again.
Cougars are trying to regain possession, and they do achieve it.
And it looks like a little bit of a stance right there.
A little bit of standoff.
And he passed it behind his back.
Oh.
They are really toying with McQueen here tonight.
Showing off all their fancy moves.
Yeah, at this point, they're just having fun.
Can't blame them too much with the running clock and 12 points in the lead. Who wouldn't get a little confident? Oh,
And a good goal by Cougars.
what a goal.
2-15 now. Yeah, I think they're toying with them tonight.
Absolutely.
Got 15 points. Trying to tell them to.
Cougars are 13 points in the lead, ticking down up to 8 minutes left in the final quarter.
Let's see. Maybe that got a little bit of rage put inside of all the Lancers.
A little bit of anger bubbling up.
Yeah, let's see if they can put that anger to use. Cougars do take possession of the ball. Passes to 19. Looks like McQueen's defense is trying to make sure he doesn't make a point.
Cougars looking for an opening.
That opening could be at any given moment. Guess one of the Lancers smacked the ball out of his stick.
Oh, a little bit of a tussle for the ball. Oh.
Oh, looks like a little bit of a wrestle there. Could have ended up
Oh,
with something
Cougars
bad.
pushing through the Lancer defense. Oh, bounces off the top of the Lancer stick.
Could be out of bounds. And is.
Oh,
Style points for the fall.
what a dive by the Cougars, attempting to stop the ball from going out of bounds.
Gert, yo. Looks like we got number 18 trying to make a way and make a point. And it looks like one of the Lancers blocked the ball, but number 18 picks it back up. Passes it to one of his teammates.
Oh,
Shoots it way out of bounds.
goes above the goal. Into the dark abyss that is behind the field goal.
Yeah, I can't see anything over there. Looks like Lancers get possession of the ball. It's going to try and rush it over there. But the Cougars say, no, we're going to make a point here.
A little bit of a tussle for possession. Lancers get it, working their way up the field.
Style points for that fall right there, too.
Oh,
Almost tries to do a trick shot.
Snagged by
but
the goalie.
I don't know what was more cooler, that trick shot or that save.
Cougars back at the goalpost just where they last were. Goes for the shot and just barely gets blocked by the Lancers goalie.
Could they make another shot?
Oh.
It's getting pushed by two people from Spanish Springs.
Oh, shoots.
Ends up making a goal.
Making a goal.
A little heat right now. I could see the potential that the Lancers could catch up to the Cougars here.
Turning up the heat. They got 5 minutes to make up 12 points.
Guess all the taunting that Spanish Springs did really
Really
got the blood of the
flowing.
Lancers blowing. Boiling. You can hear both teams getting hyped up.
Getting a little chilly, ain't it, Donovan?
It is getting a little chilly, but hey, we live in the desert. This is what happens. Super hot in the day. Is it raining?
Impossible. I'll be right back.
It's either raining or it might be just slightly drizzling, ladies and gentlemen.
It is indeed dry as, I would say, a desert out there.
I must be seeing things.
4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Lancers could do something.
Got to make up 12 points. Fourth quarter, as I was.
Looks like Cougars are trying to make a shot, but
Oh.
oh man. Quite a tussle there. Nothing like getting a little dirt.
What a pass.
Rub some dirt on it. You'll be fine.
What a pass by the McQueen Lacrosse team. Almost across the entire field.
Lancers are going to try and shoot a goal.
Time is ticking down. If the Lancers want to win this, they're going to have to pick up some serious heat. Goes for the shot and looks like it just misses. We have just passed the 3-minute mark.
Looks like it went out of bounds again.
This is not helping the Lancers' case.
They're going to try and grab it. And it looks like the Cougars grabbed that.
Another incredible pass across the field.
And one of the teammates from McQueen grabs it.
Oh.
Don't know where he was going. I think he was going to try and pass it
Pass
to the goalie. Shoot it back out. Don't know why. I thought he was going to shoot it into his own goal.
That's got to be a little bit of a gut punch there.
Well,
2 minutes left on the clock. Cougars go for the goal.
Doesn't look like it was good. We're going to try and attempt again. You got to have good defense.
Oh.
The ball was not out of bounds. like Cougars are going to try and make another goal if they can get past McQueen's defense.
Looking for any opening they can get.
Looks like almost McQueen.
Looks like there's going to be a tussle for possession.
Whistle's
1
blown.
minute. Closing in on 1 minute left on the clock.
Now, I would be happy if the Lancers could even just get a point from here.
Ooh. Goes out of bounds. All right, we are now officially at 1 minute left on the clock.
This is where everybody's really got to focus and lock in.
The Lancers hope to win. They're going to have to score a dozen times with the remaining seconds.
It'd have to be back. Like, it'd have to be back to back to back to back to back.
Nothing short of a miracle, I'd say. That doesn't mean they're giving up, though. You can see they're still playing their hearts out.
That is right.
Still trying to close that lead the Cougars have put in over the past few quarters.
But the Cougars are saying, nope, you're done. Let's go home. Trying to pack it up.
20 seconds left on the clock. Tussle for possession. Ref gives it to the Lancers. 15 seconds.
Oh.
5 seconds left. And what do they call it? And that's the end of the game.
That is the end of the game.
Final score, Cougars 15, the Lancers 3. Spanish Springs takes home the win today.
That's right. Cougars end up taking that dub. Real good match today. I'll say it is interesting. Every game that we do is always interesting.
Not too much more we could ask for.
That
Very
is right.
entertaining. We got to commentate for one last time before we graduate.
That is right. Who knows? Maybe we'll be back on here.
Eventually, in another timeline.
In another timeline, in another universe.
right.
That's going to be it. Go home. If you're watching this and you have school tomorrow, get to sleep. No, take that shower.
Eat some nuts. Good for protein.
And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Donovan Diaz.
I'm Logan Ferguson.